Let's talk about the pipe operator in this video. The purpose of a pipe operator is to combine multiple functions into one statement when you use R analytical language. This is what a pipe operator looks like. You have two percentage signs. Between them, you have a greater than sign. The three signs form a pipe operator. The pipe operator belongs to a third-party package called a dplyr. So before you are able to use the pipe operator, you must download and then use library function to start the dplyr package. Let me show you an example of how to use the pipe operator in R programming. In this case, we want to add up four numbers. We want to add up 150, 75, and 33. After we get the total, we want to calculate the square root of the total. If we don't have a pipe operator, then we need to use the sum function to calculate the total of the four numbers. Then we have to use the square root function to calculate the square root of the total value. We give this total value to a variable called the final result. This gets the job done, but this is not the most efficient way because we have to create an intermediate variable called the total. We can use pipe operator to improve this calculation. As you can see at the bottom of this slide, I need to use the pipe operator to combine the sum function and the square root function into one statement. The logic flow is, first, I need to use the sum function to get the total of the four numbers, and then the pipe operator will immediately give the value, the result from the sum function to the square root function. The square root will calculate the final value and then return it to the variable we created. The variable we created is final result. By using the pipe operator, we can combine multiple functions together, and then the values will be delivered one by one, step by step, from the previous function to the next function, and then eventually the last function will calculate the final value and then return it to the variable we created. This is the purpose of the pipe operator. Let me show you how to use the pipe operator in RStudio. Let's get into RStudio. First, you need to create a new script page. You go to upper left corner, you see this plus sign, click plus, and then click RScript. And then you should be given a blank page. You can do all the R programming coding in the blank page. Let me just copy from my PowerPoint. Let me show you without pipe operator, what is the result. Let's make a copy. And then you want to select all of the script and then click Run button. If you want to see what is the result, you type in final result 16.06. This is the square root of the total. Let's remove the script. Let's go to the PowerPoint. Because the pipe operator belongs to dplyr, so you want to make sure you have downloaded dplyr in RStudio. If you have downloaded it before you use the pipe operator, you still need to use the library function to initiate, to start dplyr. Let's go back to RStudio. Copy library dplyr. And then let's copy the statement, the function with pipe operator. Next, you want to copy the entire script and then click Run. And then in the control panel, type in final result. As you can see, the final result is as same as the previous one, 16.06. This is how you use the pipe operator. In practice, especially when you work for experienced programmers, they frequently use the pipe operator. So you want to understand how to use this operator. I want you to pay attention to a key feature of the pipe operator. The result of the previous function will be automatically used as the first parameter of the next function. What does this mean? Let's take a look at our example. Notice that when we don't use the pipe operator, the sqrt square root function must have a value in it. The value must be between the parentheses. We give the value total to the sqrt function because sqrt need some value to calculate. This value given to a function is called a parameter. Parameter. As you can see here, parameter. The keyword is parameter. A parameter is basically a value given to a function. Notice that when we use the pipe operator, at the end, the sqrt does not need us to give it a parameter anymore. Why is that? This is a key feature of the pipe operator. When we use it, the result of the previous function will be automatically used as the first parameter of the next function. That's why we do not need to give a parameter value to sqrt function anymore, because the pipe operator will automatically give the result from the sum function to the sqrt function as its parameter. Remember this key feature of the pipe operator. Why I said the result from the previous function will be used as the first parameter of the next function. The reason is, in the future, you will meet some functions with multiple parameters. No matter how many parameters the next function has, the pipe operator always gives the result from the previous function to the next function as the next function's first parameter. This means in the future, when you use the pipe operator, you do not need to worry about the first parameter of the next function, because the pipe operator will take care of that. You don't need to manually type the first parameter of the next function. Remember this key feature, very important.